All right, the last interview of the week, and we saved a great one for last. I'm joined here today by Blaine Cheshire, who's going to be with us in Santa Fe, and we're going to get to talk about all things finance, all things big and beautiful about finance and running our operations profitably, and all the things that great creative people like ourselves love so much. So,
Yeah,
welcome.
good. It's good to be here. I know all you agency owners started your businesses to get excited about the finance and accounting side of it. So glad to be here with y'all.
I don't know if we stay up at night staring at the ceiling thinking about our creative work, but I know we do thinking about our finances. So,
Probably both. Just depends on the night.
yeah, well, tell us a little bit about your background in your practice, because I know you've supported agency people for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm a lifetime finance and accounting guy. I've done all the things, public accounting, private, big corporate, little corporate, growing companies, disintegrating companies, buying companies, selling companies. So been controller, CFO, analyst, auditor. So pretty, nice rounded background for all of those stuff. But my last 7 years of my life as an employee before I started Level 10 CFO was with a really cool digital product development agency. So not purely on, the marketing or the creative side, but a lot of user experience and design work, and then of course all the techies who build the stuff. So super cool company. It was a pretty large agency, grew to almost 30 million. They did live the dream that I think most agencies live of, really actually wanting to be a product company, and had a pretty successful SaaS product that they spun out of the agency. So that was, in hindsight, was my first little taste of being a fractional CFO because it was two completely separate businesses that just happened to have the same ownership. So yeah, that's my background, level 10 CFO. We exist to really, provide the most durable and scalable, CFO advisory and outsourced accounting solutions with really the mission of allowing you agency leaders to realize the full potential of your businesses, knowing that finance and accounting is tight, you're getting the right information and the right advice about on the number side, and that from that CFO advisory seat. So that's what we like to do all day.
Great. Well, the conundrum that we've all had in the agency world for so long is we know how to price things by the hour. We know how to give hourly rates to our full-time employees. We know how to give away our time. All sorts of things like this that are maybe not the best way to make money. And the fact that you have some background in helping agencies productize, which I know
Mhm.
is something that is so interesting to all of us, but even pricing a product is such a new way of doing it. And then figuring out, does it layer into your services and all of that? It'd be really interesting to hear how you've helped agencies navigate that.
Oh, not to give away too much of my talk next week, but I think ultimately it's really have I break it into two pieces. You need to have a vision for what the unit economic of what you're actually trying to sell. So today your unit economic might be an hour. I'm selling an hour of my time for a certain price, and I have to pay somebody else another price, and there's your margin, right? So a little more complicated that with, utilization and billability and all that fun stuff our agencies get to deal with. But that's the high level on it. But if you want to have a service or, move to fixed fee or some sort of value pricing, you just really need to understand what you're trying to accomplish with that. You can economic, put it in a spreadsheet, and, a little sneak preview once again is I like to teach the scientific method when it comes to these things. I have a hypothesis that if I do it this way and it looks like this in a spreadsheet and I've got my resources all behind this model and I go out to market and I do it, this is what I think it's going to look like. You got to measure that just like a scientist would. And that's going out in the real world and doing it and see what happens and come back and bring those numbers, what actually happened, line that up against your hypothesis and learn from it, and do that time and time again very quickly, and get those learnings and change whatever needs to be changed to achieve your desired outcome. And sometimes it might go better than you thought, sometimes it might go worse, but you're able to improve it. And sometimes you might find that it's just a failed business model, that just the market doesn't like it, or you can't deliver the service for the price you thought you could. And that's business. So I think it's just really being intentional about what's the unit economics of what you're chasing and measuring it, not just going on good feels or bad feels and hoping it all works out.
We're all sort of on this, I don't want to say precipice. That sounds sort of more dangerous than maybe it is. Maybe not, around AI. And, we're all using these tools individually, and we can see where something that used to take 10 hours takes 1 hour. And so does that mean that something I used to charge 10 hours for, I have to charge 1 hour for now? Or do I have to find some different way of creating value that
Mm.
no longer the unit can't be an hour, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I mean, that is certainly the challenge of our time. In the finance and accounting world, it's probably perhaps not as acutely felt. It's going to happen. But we've been seeing, accounts payable automation tools come in, and used to take, if you were providing that service, you used to be able to bill 10 hours to do it. Now you bill 1 hour because the software is doing the work for you. But
Hmm.
ultimately, you hit the nail on the head. This has been, the industrial economy since we've had an industrial economy is time marches on, technology advancements, efficiency, they march on, and you as a business owner have to just find a way to continue to provide value with the hand you're dealt. So good luck.
I think a lot of us think that it would never happen to us. I think that's what it comes out of.
Yeah.
I started my agency in as Rome was starting to burn in the pre-press industry, when the pre-press industry got automated by Photoshop 3.0.
Right.
And that was a unionized industry that had existed for a long time. And one feature set in Photoshop called color separation decimated an industry. And so out of those ashes come the new thing.
Yeah.
You got
I
to figure out
mean,
how to make money doing it.
right. I mean, I think every thread is an opportunity, right? And the people who fixate on the threat are going to be the losers, and the people who run towards what they hope is an opportunity, some of them are going to plant that flag and be winners. Some are going to chase the wrong opportunity, probably be losers, but you're probably definitely going to be a loser if you stand still. So don't stand still.
There you go. That's a life lesson.
Yeah.
Well, Blaine, we really look forward to seeing you in person in Santa Fe coming up here in just a couple weeks, and yeah, we and you can bestow all of your financial knowledge upon us. Believe me, again, we might be strategists and creatives and folks like that, but we all know the importance of what we can learn from you.
All right. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm back to the land of my birth, New Mexico. See
Great.
y'all there. All right.
That's great. Well, thank you so much.
Cool.